Hey guys, happy Easter. Today we're going to go ahead and start changing out the front pots into spring pots, which they'll probably run off all the way to summer what we're going to put in there. They should. But we wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about these containers here that we put together during fall. And the purpose was for us to have color all the way to winter. And they worked just fine. We actually even had some flowers from the laurel petalum right here. And it filled out quite nicely. We had really harsh winds and it had broke up some stems, but it filled out quite nicely. And then we had this one right here, the ligustrum, sunshine ligustrum, which has done amazing. These two are from the Southern Living Plant Collection. Then right here we have a Japanese yew. So this guy gave the height, and it just filled up pretty nicely, the pot, and the nice green in there. The winds did get to, y'all can see right here, broke up some of the pieces. We had winds really bad towards the end of winter, but everything is coming back nicely. But I'm gonna go ahead and take all of this out, and let's go ahead and show you what, actually, I think I forgot to show y'all the other little grass, which never really showed because of these plants right here. But it put on some growth. I don't know the name of that one. It's variegated. It's a little variegated grass. It's really pretty though. And then we're gonna go over here and show you what we're going to go ahead and put in there. So I just found out about this plant because I had not seen it before. I did not know what it was. And actually Southern Living Plant Collections, Southern Living actually was the ones to let us know about this plant, and we just fell in love with it. And when we were looking for it, it's called an Agapanthus Ever Sapphire, and these blooms, guys, they're just gorgeous. This morning I got to find out too that the hummingbirds love it. There's a little hummingbird that's been visiting us, and that guy loves this so much. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add in there some Super Bells double chiffon from Proving Winners. These are doubles, has a double bloom. We didn't get to find all of them in double, so I will be using some regular chiffons. And then here we have a snowstorm giant snowflake, guys, from Proving Winners. This is so pretty. It has a little bit of yellow in there and the little white flowers. And I was thinking of putting some type of blue underneath or purple, but I'm just gonna keep it real simple because everything around in the front has purple, and I just want these pots to be very simple, just to look fresh for spring. Okay, so I've started already taking the pot apart. You know, guys, even though we potted these things up since, the end of fall, and we had them through winter. Things don't put on that much. They don't root that much, but I'm guessing here, because it's so in North Carolina where we're at, it was very mild. We had a very mild winter. A lot of the things did put a lot of growth, and they rooted quite well. So the funny thing is that I didn't want to get rid of these pots. I didn't want to put them apart because I fell in love with how beautiful this looked. This just looks just so graceful, coming down, falling through here, and I love that look on pots, the spillers. But it's time. It's time to get them out of here. The intentions were never to leave them in these pots. These plants need to move on to some other, either bigger for us, other pots, and then when we get to our new place, we can place them out in the landscape somewhere. Laurel petalum is always beautiful to have in little containers. Especially this one is the little pixie laurel petalum. It's a smaller variety, so these guys can just they can just be left alone in a pot by themselves, and they just look very pretty. This right here is a very pretty one of my favorite ones. It's become one of my favorite evergreens, the sunshine ligustrum. And this guy, I can feel that he rooted quite well in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep the same soil. We had refreshed it in the first time we did these, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. And yeah, you see guys, that's a lot of roots. So now I don't feel that bad wanting to keep them in these pots. It's okay to move on and do something different. I'm actually excited to try this new combination. I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up the top only of the soil. I did mulch these. I always mulch the containers on the top. And on the bottom, we mix in the potting soil. We always mix it in with bark so it can drain well. We also have coffee filters underneath, so when we water, the water doesn't stain the porch. But I'm just cleaning up the top right now. There's roots. Just want to turn around your soil. I always find little surprises from our little squirrel friends. So just make sure that there's nothing in there. The funniest thing we've ever found in the containers because of the squirrels was pizza. Isn't that funny, guys? What's the funniest thing y'all have found inside containers? I'm gonna go ahead and I always use the biotone. As you can tell, it works. There's roots like crazy in there. They rooted real well. Just put a little bit more. This plant that I can't say the name. It's so hard for me to remember names and to say the names. Agapanthus. I just fell in love with the flowers. Okay guys, I need to be super careful with this one because the other one we have, I broke two flowers. They weren't flowering yet. It was just the stems. It wasn't flowering yet, but it hurt so badly. I dropped it. It was hard for me to bring it out of there. But I managed not to break these. Okay, there's just some that I want to cut off because they're brown. Just clean it up a little bit. And if this plant covered the whole pot, I wouldn't be putting anything else. I think it's just beautiful as it looks already. It has a really pretty look to it already. I think alone would look really nice. But I'll wait for it to fill in. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and add just a couple more. Something on the bottom. Because to me it looks like it already has a spiller, the foliage right here. Then it has the height going up, the thriller. But we're gonna go ahead and put this one right here. How's that? Is that centered? I'm asking Ambrose, guys. This plant grows, it'll spread quite a bit. So I'm not gonna try to put too many in there. It spreads quite a bit, so I don't want to can you pass me the yellow ones? I don't want to crowd it up. The plants here grow really quickly. It gets hot really fast here and warm. It's already warming up. Everything's just put a lot of growth. A lot of our hydrangeas put a lot of growth really fast before we even got to pruning them. Okay, so I wanted to talk about these two. So right here I have Super Bell's Yellow Chiffon. I used these last year on the front porch containers for spring. Then here we have the new Super Bells. These are Super Bells double chiffon. Difference is the flower it's a double. I see a difference. I'm gonna say this is very more bushier. And I should have gone, I don't know why I always do that. I forget to buy, I'm trying to remember, guys, where am I going to? Okay, right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one right here because I like the way it looks. It's bushier, the doubles. And this one just looks a lot more bushier. And I remember this one last year, very pretty. But it had more of a tidy look in the pots. It just came out, it just was sticking out, but very, very tight together. So I'll go back and hopefully I can find those again. And may I have those right there? Have them everywhere, guys. Got Ambrose helping me. And I'm in love with this one. Okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in. And I never pot them up too low. I always try to leave them up a little bit high. Especially here, it rains so much. I don't want the poor things to drown out. But last year we noticed how fast they grew, and I think I put too many plants in there, and I think they were competing with each other. It did well, but I had to keep an eye on them, and I was cutting them back and just keeping close eye. I just wanted to do something that was more fresh looking and simple, because we have a lot of purple going on in the pink, and I always love to have something that the red, the pink roses can look pretty, for them to have a nice background. I wanted potato vine again, but that grows too fast, and it was trying to overtake where the roses were at. It spilled over, looked beautifully, but it spilled over, and it rooted down to where the roses were at. Not that I won't try it again, but I would have to keep my eyes on it now that I know, and just keep it nice and tidy. So I'm done. All I gotta do now is just go ahead and do a very light mulch in there so it can stay moist. And this is it, guys. So I hope y'all like this. We're gonna go ahead and pop them in the front, put them up in the front, and we'll see what happens. I'll show you the other one that I broke, the two stems actually. Here they are. It had three or four that they were going to bloom, and I dropped it by accident, so it broke. But it has more that's going to shoot up. Like this one has another one right here. We'll go ahead and do a little close-up right now, and then we'll take it to the front. And I just wanted to go ahead and wish everybody a happy Easter. And we're going to go ahead and hang around here, probably go to the beach, have some fun with the kiddos tomorrow. And y'all just have a great time, guys. And once again, happy Easter. Bye.